Visual tracking is powerful because it lets you see what did work on any given day, month, or year. The opposite is also true. You can see what isn't working. This information shows up when you look at a visual representation. It's information you would not otherwise see. You wouldn't necessarily have spotted positives and negatives in terms of what you did without being able to see a visual bird's eye overview via the visual CRM system. This is key. By looking at a visual overview of your wins and losses, you can see when you've made winning moves and where. When I look at my map, I can instantly see exactly which areas I'm winning in. Once you have a few sales on your map, you can see what your conversion rate is and where it is. How many doors did you have to hit before you got leads that turned into listings and sales? Where were those doors? Maybe they were all concentrated in one pocket, so the conversion rate there was higher than your overall conversion rate. Which areas have no leads or no conversion? Is this because of the area, or is there something you need to adjust in your game? Looking at your game's wins and losses represented visually in front of you builds your memory and reminds you of what you are doing right, and it reminds you of your past wins that you may have forgotten about. You often have more wins than you realize. That's why I tell my agents to keep looking at their wins on the board. Doing this helps remind you of your setbacks that you've already overcome, setbacks that you once worried about but conquered on your way to some of the wins you now see. There are so many good reasons for keeping your wins and losses front and center through your board tracking. Value of your time. You need to track your time success, especially in the beginning. You can calculate the value of your door knocking time by looking at how many doors you must knock on before getting a yes, and that turns into a paycheck. How much time did an area take to knock before you got a yes from the door? When you get a sold in your knocking area, take your total paycheck and divide it by the number of hours that you spent knocking that area to get the lead that turned into a sold. This gives you your average hourly door knocking value and a very specific calculation of your actual return on door knocking time, investment into that community. Once you farm more neighborhoods, you can use the total time you knock in all areas divided by your total commissions earned so far. This gives you an average hourly rate of your overall map. You can use your time's value as inspiration. Continue allocating your time to whatever creates your highest hourly rate. In most cases, this is door knocking. Time tracking brings your awareness to your ROI on time investments in every area of your real estate game. The more attention you put towards something, the more your mind naturally expands that idea. In this case, the more you focus on where you get great returns on your time, the more of that you'll want to do. What is ROI? ROI stands for return on investment. It's often used for money calculations in business or finance. However, it can be applied anytime you invest a resource. For our purposes, we're using it to learn the return of your time invested in your real estate knocking game. It's important that you do a lot of ROI calculations throughout your real estate game. Action step. Using the worksheet download, calculate the ROI on activities in the game across different areas. Once you know where your time is most valuable and you have a better ROI on your time, focus your time and your energy in these areas as you work towards reaching your revenue goals. After completing the downloadable exercise, continue to self-observe your days and note where your time is wasted.